Alright, this is the Creative Book Builder app. So I'm going to show you a quick demonstration of how to use the app. So you're going to go ahead and click on the Creative Book Builder, and when you open it up, what you're probably going to see is something that looks like this, where you've got a choice of either classic books or a fixed layout book. You want to go ahead and click classic, and you'll probably have to click the plus sign up here to add a book. I'm going to run through a quick demonstration that's going to show you how to add the different elements of your book, and then you'll be using that to help create your science demonstration book. So when you click add elements, you have a number of different things that you can add. And for the science book you'll be creating, we're going to be focusing on mostly for the text, adding either a title or a paragraph. So if you click title, it will bring up the place where you can go ahead and start typing in your title, and you can go ahead and type in what you've got. Notice you could change font or style. We're not going to do that for the class book because we want all the fonts and all the styles to be the same. So you're going to use what I give you in the template. Once you've typed it in, you'll click save, and you can see that it shows up. We can go ahead and click add element again, and this time we're going to go ahead and add, rather than a title, a paragraph. So click paragraph. Again, you have to just tap in to start typing, and then you can go ahead and start typing in your paragraph, whatever you need to type in. Again, don't change the font or the style for the class book. You'll go ahead and click save. Now notice in here it does look like they're similar, although right underneath the first one it says title, or right underneath the second one it says paragraph. You can see the difference when you click up here on the preview button. So if we click on the preview button, you can now see, hey, our title shows up in bold, it's also a little larger, and the paragraph is not in bold and just a teeny bit smaller. So that way you can see how it's actually going to look. Few other elements that you need to be able to add. When you click add elements, we are going to add a number of things in media, so tap up on media. The two that I want to show you real quick is image and video, although you could add some others if you wanted to. So to click image, it'll take you to your camera roll. Video will actually do the exact same thing. It'll also take you to your camera roll, and you can click on it, and then you can look at the different images you have in your camera roll, choose the one that you want, choose any of the formats that you want, and click done, and it'll go ahead and add that image for you. You can do the same thing with video as well. Few other elements. Click add element. We're not really going to do much with file this time, but we'll go ahead and add some miscellaneous. So if we click on miscellaneous, you can see you have a variety of choices. You will need a couple. So one of the things you'll need is a question. This way, with the question, you can go ahead and type in what the question is. You can even add an image if you wanted to. Hit save. You can also go ahead and put your answers in. And when you put your answers in, you will want to make sure that at least one of the answers, you select the button that says correct. And actually it can only be one answer is correct. And then click save, and you'll see your answers there. And now when we click preview, you can see it'll quiz somebody about your book. So we'll use this in the science book, where you'll ask the reader a question about your demonstration, so they have to predict what they think is going to happen. So you'll click save, and it'll save your question as well. The other element that you need to make sure that you also be adding in miscellaneous is a page break. So if you click page break, notice it will just add it in right here. We won't really see this showing up too much until we actually publish the book to iBooks or something like that. But the page break will help make sure that you can ask the question that is a prediction, and that the answer won't show up until after on a new page, basically, in the book. The final element that you'll probably also want to add is also under miscellaneous, and it's a link. So you'd want to be able to go ahead and you can type in what the link is. You can copy and paste the actual link itself, and that way you can link to things from your book somewhere else. So those are the basic elements. You can go ahead and use other elements in your book as well, but that's the most important thing that you'll need. To make your life easier and to help make sure all our books are very similar, I'm going to give you and have you import, and I'll show you how to do this in class, but you'll be importing a template of our book. So I will give you a template where I've already created one example chapter that you can look at for one demonstration, so you can see basically what it would look like and what all the sections will be. And if we click preview, you can see what basically the finished chapter basically is going to look like and how that's going to work. And then after you understand what it's going to look like, you can go ahead and click on your template, and under your template you would just go in and you would click on and change things. So on the title, you'd want to put in your title and your name, so you would click on it. You go ahead and select it and select all and delete that, and then type in your title, whatever it is, and that it's by and your name, and save it, and that way it'll save it just directly into your chapter of the book right in the template. And you can go through and change and add and delete whatever you need. So if you see, oh, here I've left in one of my pictures that you're probably not going to want, you can go ahead and click right up here on edit, and you can select on the picture that you definitely don't need, because it really only goes with my demonstration, and hit delete to get rid of it. And when you're in the edit format as well, if you realize that you need to move some things around, if you were like, oh, this should go before this picture, you can click over here and you can slide it up to move things around a little bit. But remember, keep the format basically the same, but if you needed to add some other elements, you could add them at the bottom, add the element, and then type in what you needed to and move it around by clicking on the edit button. And if that needs to go up near the top, you can put it where it needs to. When you are totally done with your book, we will go ahead and click publish, and we'll explain how you'll be turning your book in so that we can put it into the class book, and we'll talk more about that in class. Again, if you have questions, definitely let me know. Thank you.